Hello, welcome to the very first game of the GameSpectrums 2v2 tournament. I am Chris, and my co-caster is Adam, and we are viewing, well, like I said, the very first game. So, in the bottom left, as the orange Terran, we have Back to This. Also in the bottom left, as the purple Zerg, we have Azubuhu, and they make up Team ProtechEZ.
Yep. And in the upper right, going double toss, we have team WeLoveMaximus. The teal toss will be Creature, and the pink toss will be Genius. I think we got a good game going here, Chris.
Oh, definitely. Both teams are master level, which is it's a very interesting setup for this tournament because, for one thing, it's a 2v2 tournament. For another thing, any rank can be in this particular tournament. So it'll be interesting to see what various matchups hold in the future.
Yep. And I can tell you from experience that just because someone's master's level in 1v1 doesn't really mean anything for 2v2. There's different strategies in your 1v1 strategies just will not work.
Absolutely. It is very dependent on how well you work together as a team.
That it is. I gotta say, double toss is that might be a little hard for them, as Protoss are generally win late in games, whereas Zerg and Terran can win quite early.
This is true, but don't underestimate the double toss. They can be some there can be some very effective tactics like double Oracle harass, or even cannon rushing can be very effective with a group of two.
Yep. Creature had a proxy down there in the left side, and looks like it was found by Azubuhu.
Yes, indeed. There was also some probe harassment earlier, but it was just mining minerals. It wasn't anything extremely relevant.
Yep. Both teams seem to be scouting pretty well. Up in toss, we got each one. They got their gateways out. They got their cybernetics core out. They got looks like pretty standard builds.
Azubuhu is already expanding to their natural, I guess. One of their naturals. With a 2v2 map, it sometimes becomes tricky as to whose natural is what.
Yeah, I gotta say, in this one, it seems like they really only have one natural. They have another one over here, but it just on the right side, but it's just not close enough for.
It's a strange map, because you have the one natural that is a little bit awkward, the other one that's more easily defended from the ramp, and then you have that third defensive position that's sort of just the gold that's easily defended by the air, but not so much by ground.
Yeah, and then you got these expansions way off to the side, that way out of the way, and the middle of the map is just empty.
Yeah, well, those aren't easily defended early on in the match at all, so.
Oh, it looks to me like none of these expansions are going to be easily defended.
It'll be very interesting how this goes down. We have a spine crawler going down from Azubuhu, and we've got an expansion going down from Creature.
Yep. We got Creature's got 3 gates coming out. Well, he's got 1 out already. 2 are coming out. And Genius also 3 gates. Wonder if there's
We have an Oracle coming out from Creature. Looks like we are going to be seeing some Oracle harassment.
Yes, Oracle harass, very good. But we see a missile turret going down and back to this, so that Oracle harass could be for nothing.
Back to this is going standard Marine Marauder with Stim almost done.
Oh, Marine Marauder, that just destroys Protoss. It's Marauders. As a Protoss player, I can tell you, I don't like Marauders.
Here comes the Oracle. And it's flies right over 2 queens and a spore crawler.
Yep.
And gets hit by a missile turret.
Yep. There was a slight confrontation in the map, but Genius is going to pull back and back to this. And
that Oracle successfully found all of the air defense that Team ProtechEZ had.
Yeah, you hate to see that, though.
That has to hurt, investing that kind of time in Oracles and then just not being able to use them. And here comes the push.
Oh yeah, this is a big push coming from. He's got Marine Marauders, Zergling coming in. I don't think they have the defense to stop this.
It's gonna be tough. The army's been split up. The 2 forces of the Protoss have been split up, which is never good in 2v2.
Never good, and there is no wall at their front. Looks like back to this is going to take out this expansion. Yeah. Creature's trying to defend it with some micro, but...
And Zergling run by going on in the main.
Got Genius trying to defend that, and it looks like he's going to do it pretty well. He's got to save his own probes here, too.
Not before more damage is done.
Azimuhu attacking this expansion. Genius does have the mothership core there, but he's going to have to pull that back as the Marines come in.
Blink down. Will it be enough?
There's the force fields. Great timing on those force fields, but I think a little too many of them Zergs got in.
Too many Zerglings got in. It's not looking good. And
No.
the rest of the Zerglings are now in.
Yep. That mothership core can't take on those Marines. It's going to have to back away.
Oh, and they may have held this.
And they may have. But really, Genius needs to pull down and help Creature with this front here. They really need to get a wall off going. Something.
Azubuhu's transitioning into Roach.
It's a very, very good tactic going against Stalkers. Got the mothership core of Creatures standing idle. Got the expansions for both of our Protoss players going out again. Back to this, and Azubuhu seem to be getting their units ready for another push.
Indeed. They did the correct thing and started expanding after that attack rather than trying to just go in for the kill, which will give them a stronger economy to go in again.
Yep. I gotta say that Protoss really is the one race that really needs a strong economy, and these players just aren't doing it. Their income is lower than both of their opponents.
Looks like we're going to have medevacs in play very shortly.
That Marine Marauder medevac push can just be deadly to no matter how good you are. No matter what race you are, either.
And Team WeLoveMaximus is recovering. Looks like they're going Colossi. Well, no, Mortal right now, but they've got Colossi tech.
Yeah. Colossi would be a great idea, especially with those Marines and the Zerglings. Immortals are always good too.
I'm not sure I like the Immortal play, considering all those Marines and Marauders.
Yeah, the Immortals will help neutralize the Roaches, but
Yes.
not too much.
Yeah, Immortals are great against Roach. And here comes the attack.
Yeah. Will they be able to withhold this? It's a big push coming in.
And again, they've managed to split the army.
Yeah.
That is not good.
It's never good in 2v2 to split the army. Especially in these full-on attacks here. Some strategies it'll work with. But, oh,
We had a non-GG from Creature and a non-GG. Well, that is GG.
And that is the game. Yeah, I gotta say, it just seemed like Creature and Genius. They weren't playing as well together as they should been. Really need
Indeed.
to work together a little bit more there.
We'll see if it improves in round two.
Yep. Okay, we are here for the second matchup between the teams of WeLoveMaximus and ProtechEZ. In the top left, we have WeLoveMaximus team members Genius in the pink as Protoss and Creature in the teal as Protoss.
And in the bottom right, Team ProtechEZ, we have as the purple Zerg, Azubuhu. And down in the absolute bottom right, we have Back to This as the orange Terran.
Okay, Chris, I see we got a really interesting map here. It's one of the two maps that gives both players on the team their own natural, but it does separate them by a great distance there.
It also creates a good defensive position because if both players on a team merge their army at below the ramps of their mains, their armies are essentially together and defending both naturals.
Yes, but the big ramp at the front of both their naturals will be hard to wall off if wall off is your option.
This is very true. Now, we just saw the last game for between these two teams, and it was a pretty one-sided affair. So it'll be interesting to see what team WeLoveMaximus can do to come back.
Yep,
And
I do see them fixing some of their mistakes. Creature is doing a small wall off on his own, as is Genius.
so there won't be so easy to just run in, which is a good thing anyway. And it'll also be interesting to see if ProtechEZ has a different strategy to win this game, or if they're just going to do the same thing, do what they know works.
Yep. Azubuhu is getting his early expand at the 3-minute mark there, and he's getting gas. Back to This has got his barracks. He's got a factory coming out. A pretty standard build for Terran. Of course, the factory is a little interesting, in my opinion.
Seems to be pretty standard from both Protoss players as well.
However, I gotta say, while I do like the fact they are walling off on their own bases, this is a 2v2 map. You need to protect your natural if you hope to expand. You need to wall off that big ramp in the front.
A problem that WeLoveMaximus had in the last game also was repeatedly their armies were in different places, and that was taken advantage of. It was just they were cut down the middle, and they just weren't able to fight effectively together.
Yep. We do see Azubuhu sending scouting overlords everywhere. We see Creature has a scouting party of a probe, a zealot, and a stalker going out. Interesting combination.
Both of the players in WeLoveMaximus look like they're going in for an early attack. This might be a 4-gate. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4 from teal. 1, 2, 3 gates from pink. So Genius has 3 gates, and Creature has 4 gates, and it has obviously been spotted as it is coming in right now.
Yep. Back to This sending out Hellions. Not sure about how good Hellions are against stalkers and zealots, but see, Creature is completely walling himself in, actually.
Here comes the warp in. Going in against Triple Queen.
Triple Queen.
Interesting play.
Meanwhile, Back to This is Hellions are scouting out both players. Both Protoss have completely walled in though. Have to destroy that wall to get in.
And a transfuse is nailed the transfuse on the queen that only had like 1 health remaining.
Yeah, we got that spine crawler there, transfusing that to keep it alive. That can do some damage. But let's see how this goes. We got a very different strategy this time. We see that the WeLoveMaximus has been putting on most of the pressure this time.
Back to this is under attack in their main by Genius. Pulling the probes. Oh, and we have a Marauder that runs back into the bunker.
Zergling's taking out a couple of stalkers there from Creature. Azabuhu's doing some pretty good damage with them, but he's gonna run into some reinforcements from both Protoss players.
There are some Widow Mines burrowed, which will be helpful for the defense of that ramp.
And he is moving that down, creating almost like an invisible wall there, Chris, I would say.
It's a good zoning tactic, so when the 4-gate comes running in and running across that section, they will get hit by those mines. Boom, right there.
I gotta say, there doesn't seem to be anything really going on back at the WeLoveMaximus' main bases. We see a robotics facility coming out for Genius, but nothing at Creature's end. He seems to be going simply all 4-gate.
Well, I mean, a 4-gate is an all-in, so you have to commit to it. And, you know, we're seeing a lot of commitment out of it. All the resources are being spent on warping in. And they just don't have the money to do anything else at this point.
Yep. You see Roach Warren and Evolution Chamber going down for Azabuhu.
Azabuhu's natural just fell. They're going in for the main.
Those Brewlings did a lot of damage for that. Yes, Azabuhu's main is under attack. He needs to defend this somehow. Of course, we do see Zerglings from Azabuhu going up towards... Well, they stopped, but they were heading towards it. The main of WeLoveMaximus.
They're going after the pylons, it looks like. Trying to.
Yep. Trying to get rid of those pylons and the 4-gate, but... It looks like Azabuhu might lose his main here. I'm not sure.
One of the proxy pylons went down, and it's not. Oh, we got back to this coming in to help defend his ally.
He's got Widow Mines in his ally's base. He's putting Widow Mines to the front.
And Marauders are excellent for this sort of counter.
Marauders are deadly to Protoss. Ask any Protoss player, they're gonna say they hate the most the Marauder.
It looks like the double 4-gate has been cleaned up.
Yeah, this is very bad because, like you said, it wasn't all in.
Looks like they're going in for an immediate counterattack.
Yeah. But Genius does have this robotics facility. He did have an observer. It's just not moving. These players got nothing to defend with now.
Well, they do have the wall-offs, and they do have some stalkers on the high ground.
Yep. Creature getting a sentry there. So, but that's not a very good wall-off.
Got the Widow Mines hanging out on the ramp.
And those do give them the view of the top of the ramp, so...
Yep, and if those stalkers try to move forward to defend, they just get hit by the Widow Mines.
And Genius is still not moving that observer to his front to find those Widow Mines. It's just... Azabuhu and... He's bringing in the Zerglings.
Zerglings are in the main, being chased by the army, which gave the Marauders time to get up there.
Yeah. Back to this brings in a force to be reckoned with.
The Widow Mines have burrowed again.
Yeah,
and now they're going into the mineral line.
Yeah. Genius has left the game.
Genius has left.
Creature.
And Creature is left. That is GG.
Yep.
Winner of the additional match to determine who moves on to the first round is ProtechEZ.
Yep. I gotta say, it's just Team WeLoveMaximus just seemed to be making some pretty crucial errors there. Creature had actually walled himself in so much that he couldn't get out to help his ally.
Yeah, we're good, actually. Hang on.
Okay.
Leave the analysis to Dylan.
Okay.
He started going to analysis mode.